Christian Marriage, Preparation and Beyond audiobook. Created and produced by Harris Productions. Sponsored by Lunsford's Daily Sunday School. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Your support really helps this channel grow. Wait around until the end, we have added an extra value. Topics we will cover. 1. Never allow earthly things to divide you. 2. Resolve conflicts. 3. Pray together. 4. Make major decisions together. 5. Serve God and each other. 6. Keep your marriage or relationship private. 7. Set realistic expectations. 8. Who is right and who is wrong? Never allow earthly things to divide you. This Christian marriage preparation tip is a lesson in impulse control. Temptations will come up for both parties. Do not allow material possessions, money, or other people to drive a wedge between the two of you. Through God, you both can remain strong and deny these temptations. There will always be temptations. When you are faced with temptations, regardless of the temptation, be sure to redirect your thinking to the importance of your relationship with your partner. Remember, you agreed with both your mind and heart to remain committed. Resolve conflicts. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 26 says, "Do not let the sun go down while you are angry." Don't go to bed without solving your problem, and never ever strike each other. Psychological and physical abuse is no business invading your relationship. The only touches expressed should have only love behind them. Find solutions to your conflicts before they take root in your mind and cause more problems later. If the relationship conflict is serious beyond the resolution of you and your partner, there are many resources for Christian conflict resolutions, and many churches offer faith-based counseling. Pray together. Use your devotionals and prayer time to bond. By spending time speaking to God together, you are taking in His strength and spirit into your day and marriage. Christian married couples should read through the Bible together, discuss the passages, and use this time to become closer to each other and God. Take major decisions together. Marriage takes a lot of effort, time, and patience, and if you follow some Christian marriage preparation tips, you can make the process of building a strong foundation easier. God's promises for marriage are contingent upon your faith in Jesus Christ and a commitment to make your marriage work. Life is full of tough decisions regarding children, finances, living arrangements, careers, etc., and a couple has to discuss and stay united when making them. It is very important in a relationship when the decision is made between a couple. The decision is made to stick with the decision regardless of the outside influences. Trust is very hard to retain. If it's lost, almost impossible to earn back unless you are completely dedicated to the relationship. Earning someone's trust again can take days, weeks, months, or even years to earn back. It is vital in marriages to remain committed to earning the trust back from your spouse. One party cannot make a major decision without the other. There is no faster way to create distance in a relationship than making solo decisions. This is a betrayal of trust. Develop mutual respect and trust by committing to making important decisions together. This will also help you to keep your relationship transparent to one another. Find compromises where you can and pray about it when you can't. Serve God and each other. This Christian marriage preparation advice is the key to enhancing and even saving a marriage or a relationship. The struggles of our daily lives can drive a wedge between you and your partner. However, these struggles can also enlighten us to understand how to strengthen our marriage. Marrying only to seek love or happiness would never be sufficient, as the moment the love and happiness go away, we might not value our counterpart. The teachings of Christ and the Bible convey that we should pray for our spouse and focus on strengthening them by encouragement rather than criticizing. Keep your marriage private. When married Christian couples allow their in-laws and their extended family to meddle in their affairs, a lot of problems could arise. This kind of interference is one of the common stressors for couples worldwide, studies show. Do not allow anyone else to interfere with the decisions that you and your spouse should be making for yourselves. Even your counselor will advise you to try to solve your problems on your own. For resolving conflicts and issues in your marriage, you can listen to other people's advice, but the final say should always come from you and your partner alone. If you can't seem to be able to solve your problems just between the two of you, instead of turning to your in-laws, seek Christian counseling for married couples, read Christian marriage books, or try a Christian marriage course. The counselor will give you genuine Christian marriage preparation advice, because they don't have any personal interest invested in you or your relationship. Set realistic expectations. Another relationship killer is when someone in the marriage isn't happy with how things are. Learn to see beyond what you do not have and learn to appreciate what you do have. It is just a matter of changing how you look at things. Appreciate the little blessings that you receive every day, and if you get to focus on the positive things that happen in every moment that you are in, then you will see that it is the little things in life that matter most. Here are a few little things that matter most. These little things work for both spouses in the relationship. Serve your spouse coffee in the morning, bring them their dinner, bring home their favorite beverage, dry the laundry, hang up clothing, clean up after yourself and your spouse. These are just a few ideas. You know your spouse best. Take a serious interest in what they are doing and learn. This is one of the best Christian marriage preparation tips that will not only be in your relationship but also in your life. Building and remaining patient. There is no argument. Patience within relationships is a huge topic. There are plenty of relationships where one or both of the partners in a relationship complain about the limited patience of their spouse. Limited patience in a relationship has never worked. Plenty of relationships have ended because of this problem. The old saying is, if your spouse isn't quick enough to get what you asked for, get it yourself, further removing the blame from your partner. Who is right and who is wrong? There have been many marriages and relationships falling apart based on pointing the blame at each other. In an argument, each partner is trying to make the other understand the problem from their point of view. It's very important to take the time to hear your partner out while they are trying to push their point. This does not mean they are right or wrong. Your partner is trying to express their feelings. Patience with listening will go a long way. Most of the time, walking away for quiet alone works best. Each partner is taking the time to calm down. Once you have had time to calm your tempers, begin talking in a calm, patient voice. Most of the time, it takes almost no time at all to resolve the problem just by listening to understand. So, in any relationship, it doesn't matter who is right or wrong as long as the problem gets resolved. Final words. Being involved with each other and the church is what will keep a Christian couple strong. A healthy marriage isn't difficult to achieve. It just takes a little bit of effort. Keep God and each other in your respective hearts, and you won't stray from the life you are building together. Here is your additional bonus for sticking around until the end.
Steps to forgiveness in relationships. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is a vital topic of importance in relationships. Before you jump into a relationship or marriage, one has to be sure that all the issues are resolved before resentment builds. Resentment is the root of all evil when it comes to relationships and marriage, so communicating and forgiving are essential. For example, if your partner is doing something you disagree with, express your point of view, then drop the issue and forgive the mistake. If your partner keeps making the mistake repeatedly, knowing you will forgive them regardless, maybe a different decision and direction should be considered. Only consider the alternative after you have spoken with your partner. If your partner isn't willing to communicate, then you may be forced to choose another direction solo. Working through forgiveness issues can be difficult. However, working through such issues after a relationship or marriage, particularly if the issues involve your spouse, can make you feel even more exposed. In relationships and marriage, the emotional stakes are even higher and there is less space to hide in the relationship. That's why processing through any issues is so crucial prior to continuing the relationship or marriage. Before you marry or continue the relationship, re-examine any old wounds that could impact your relationship. Whether the wounds were inflicted by your partner or someone else, these wounds could easily rupture under the strain of a new relationship or marriage. Even if your issues do not directly pertain to your partner, your future spouse will likely be affected by any bitterness you are carrying from a previous relationship. To forgive, we must first admit the injury, to ourselves, and usually to the person who wounded us. Once we have acknowledged our pain, we can begin to move forward. Below are some steps to help you work through your injuries and begin the process of forgiveness. Cultivate compassion. Compassion is often the last thing we want to give a person who hurt us. But in order to forgive and therefore set ourselves free from bitterness, we must be able to see some measure of humanity in our offenders. Struggling to find any redemptive traits in the person who hurt you. Remember that the person likely bears scars of their own that affect how they interact with others. This does not excuse their wrong behavior, but it may allow you to feel enough empathy to make forgiveness possible for the sake of your marriage or relationship. Process through deep wounds before you seek an apology. You may not feel the need to seek an apology for every broken relationship. But if the person who hurt you is someone you still want in your life, you may need to discuss the matter with them in order to move on in the relationship. For significant wounds, spend time processing through the pain privately, or with the support of a trustworthy friend or a professional therapist before you confront the injured party. This will allow you to defuse some of the most combustible emotions associated with the pain before re-engaging with the person. Take a time out. For relatively smaller issues, it may still be best to take some time to cool down first. This will allow you to be more objective in your confrontation and to be more articulate about what is really bothering you. Not every injury is intentional. Try to give the other person the benefit of the doubt, especially in relation to lesser offenses. Or better yet, ask the person to clarify what they meant to make sure you are accurately interpreting their behavior. Be specific about the nature of the injury. Avoid phrases like, "you never" or "you always." Often, these statements are an exaggeration and will put the other person on the defensive or make it easier for them to dismiss your claims. Try to pinpoint specific words or actions that hurt you and share how those words or actions made you feel. Avoid character accusations and name-calling. Do not make sweeping accusations about the person's character. For example, "you are a terrible person," and never resort to name-calling. Such tactics are not fair and almost always provoke a hostile reaction from the other person. You may experience a momentary sense of vindication by using such language, but it will not help you get what you are really looking for: a validation of your feelings and some expression of remorse by the other person. Understand that forgiveness is often an ongoing process. Even after the confrontation, you may still find yourself battling feelings of resentment. The apology, if any, may have been unsatisfying. Even if the apology was satisfactory, you may still find old feelings of resentment popping up from time to time. Simply acknowledge the pain as it surfaces and renew your inner pledge to forgive. Forgiveness may not come instantaneously, but by renewing your commitment to forgive, you purge your heart and your future marriage of potential toxins. Thank you for watching and listening. Want to have a happier, healthier marriage or relationship? If you feel disconnected or frustrated about the state of your marriage or relationship but want to avoid breaking up, separation, or divorce, then We Can Eagerly Provide a course meant for relationship and married couples is an excellent resource to help you overcome the most challenging aspects of being married or in a relationship. If you find yourself interested in this course, which can only benefit your marriage or relationship, please leave a comment below letting us know to post the Relationship Marriage course to our channel for your listening and viewing benefit. About the author of this audiobook. W. Matthew Harris is a licensed clinical and behavioral psychologist who specializes in child psychology, autism, ADHD, and attention deficit disorder. Matthew Harris has also heavily researched and applied relationship and marriage counseling for over 10 years.